what's in bloom and in spike video for the month of April, and this month I really have a lot of orchids which are in bloom. Some of them are reblooming, some of them are just new purchases, but they are amazing, and this is just a part of them. I will show you in a moment the other ones, just to take an idea of all the orchids that are in bloom this month. They are gorgeous. Just look at that. How not to love something like that? So we will start from here. This is a gorgeous Oncidium species, and thank you so much. You really found the idea for me, and it is on Oncidium or something. I don't really remember it right now, but you have found it, and that is amazing. I didn't yet wrote the tag, but I will, and it has a gorgeous new spike. I don't know how much the blooms last, and it's slightly fragrant, but it is a very faint fragrance. It has an abundance of roots, and I really love the suitable. Like, they have these ridges, and they are natural ridges, so they are not dehydrated at the moment. This orchid seems to have a bit of a deficiency. I'm not sure if you look in the sun, you can actually see some discolorations on the leaves, but I'm sure that with my fertilizer regime I will correct that. Right now this little spike, it's starting to elongate like the other one. It is a miniature, so that is very nice, and I really love the fact that the spike comes from new growths when they are not yet mature, so it is actually a very young growth, and that is pretty amazing. Next we have this amazing paphiopedilum American hybrid. The bloom is huge, and I really love the pattern. You can see it has a lot of purple dots on a white background, which kind of comes in a green afterwards, so it is very interesting. Here inside the pouch it has quite a few hairs, and here on the lip too, so it's really amazing. Look at him. The bloom is very interesting. I still have 3 new growths which didn't yet bloom, and I suspect these 2 will bloom at approximately the same size, because they have a similar size at this moment, and after they will grow 2 more leaves, they will be blooming size. Usually when you have 5 to 6 leaves on paphiopedilums, they will be the size ready to bloom, and I really love the green ones on the top. Anyway, paphiopedilum, I'm trying to show you something. Paphiopedilum roots really don't like dry air, and they stop growing if that happens, so the moss on the top, it's really a great idea, because that encourages new root growth. I'm trying to find a root for you, because I did see a few which started recently to grow. Anyway, it's a really pretty one. Amazing orchid. And I cannot wait to have multiple spikes at the same time. Imagine that. Okay, and here, oopsie, we have an amazing Miltoniopsis orchid. This is a rebloom for me, and this is called Miltoniopsis Princess Diana. It is a gorgeous orchid, and the fragrance is amazing. I really love the pattern of the blooms. It has a lot of purple in it, which kind of degrades into white, so it's really amazing. And also it has a little waterfall, let's say, and that yellow, it's so golden. And I grow it in a semi-hydro. I'm trying to show you the roots. They are really loving this growing setup, and You really need to make sure when you're handling these orchids you are very gentle. Right now, as I was turning it, the cap from here broke off, and you can see a difference. Like here we don't have the white cap, and here we are, and this bloom now will fade faster. This is unfortunate. She already started to grow this new growth, which is amazing. It's pushing up new roots, so she is doing very good, and she's very fragrant. She smells as roses, so that is a bonus, a great bonus for Miltoniopsis orchids. They really seem to love me. And next we have this gorgeous Dendrobium nobile, and this is called Dendrobium Spring Smile Lovely Paradise, and I really feel that its name does it justice, because it's like a paradise. Look at it. And I really love that inside the lip it has this yellow, not yellow eye, dark burgundy eye. It's amazing, and the blooms are so fragrant. Now I feel like they will start to fade, because they are in bloom for quite a lot of time, and usually Dendrobium nobile blooms last for about 1.5 months, so I feel like he is ready to grow those 3 new growths, because they are starting to grow faster, and the leaves are opening, so that is very nice. And here we have the Oncidium Tiger Brew Pacific Holiday. I will do actually an ID video for him. It is amazing, it is gorgeous. You have seen that I have took out the medium, and now he's in semi-hydro. I sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide 3% because it had snails. I didn't see the snails, but I saw a lot of snail munches, so yeah. And next it is this gorgeous Vanda orchid. It is full of blooms. Now I feel like they will start again, these ones which are opened for a lot of time, I feel like they will start to fade, but we will see how long it will last. I didn't yet wrote the tag, but I will put you a pop-up with the name, because this one is identified too. And here we have the LLC Chiffon Orange. Amazing blooms, and they really last well. They are open now for about a month, and they don't really show any signs of fading, and it's so fragrant and pretty. And I really love the looks of the green moss on top. You can see it is already starting to grow a new growth here, and I also here underneath the moss I saw a lot of roots, new roots actually, so that is pretty nice. Okay, let's move forward in here, and here we have a gorgeous display, and I will start from this gorgeous Cattleya in Monagara Apple Blossom Pink. You can see the blooms are almost all opened. I still have just a few buds here and there, and the fragrance is amazing. You cannot imagine right now how it's smelling my living room. The blooms are very beautiful. It is a very delicate color, kind of dainty, and on the tips of the petals and sepals it has a little bit of purple, and then here a very faint yellow, but I really like the lip. It's so pretty, and the shape of these blooms is amazing. She already is starting to grow a new growth there at the base. It's absolutely full of roots, and the pseudobulbs are so plump and juicy. When the blooms are opening, the yellow is a lot more pronounced. I'm trying to show you here a bit without damaging the blooms maybe. So yeah, that is pretty nice. And here we have my Devaglia ignea. This is very tricky orchid to grow, let's say, but I feel like I have the conditions for it. And the red is so beautiful, just look at that. I wanted so bad this orchid, and it was quite pricey. It has a new spike here, and it is growing new growths. It has good roots, so I am really confident for it. Here we have the Phalaenopsis orange peach. She is amazing, slightly fragrant. And these blooms are opened for about 3 months now, and I feel like they will fade soon. But that is good because she is starting to grow a little new leaf there. Here, this gorgeous Phalaenopsis, let me find her ID. It is called Phalaenopsis Little Lady D6. I found her at Carrefour here in Romania with this ID, so I'm confident that is the proper ID, and the blooms are amazing. I really love the stripes and the overall look of the blooms, and she is continuing to grow from the tip. She is producing many more buds. Here we have here we have a bit of space because when I have purchased it, it was cold outside, so I had a little bit of bud blast, but we can see she is starting to grow more and more blooms. This is a little Phalaenopsis, a miniature, and it's an ID. If you know her ID, please let me know in the comment section below. She is usually producing huge amounts of blooms, but it is a recent purchase. It was a gift actually from my mother, and I have seen pictures online with this one, and she is capable of producing branches with 50-60 blooms, so my display is not that great, but she is not very healthy, reason for which I am happy that I transferred her to semi-hydro, because we can see she is growing there a little new leaf, and also the moss seems to help her a lot, so I really like that. Next we have this Miltoniopsis, which is starting to fade, but that is okay because she is still very fragrant, and she is growing here a third spike from the same suitable, which is really a rare occasion to see in the orchid hobby. She is called Miltoniopsis brilliantina. Again, she smells like roses. And next we have this gorgeous thing. This is a Dendrobium Red Emperor. How about that? He is so amazing, so beautiful. Again, I really love orchids which have this dark eye inside, and he is very tall. It is about 70 centimeters in height, and it is very fragrant, so I really love that. It only has one new growth there at the base, but it is full of roots, so I am really confident more will come soon. And here we have this amazing Vanda two-tone lavender. It is growing nicely, these 2 new leaves. The blooms are very large. They are a bit damaged because when she was shipped, they were outside. It was very cold, and they were a little bit damaged by the cold, but you see I even had a bit of bud blast here, but that is okay. She will rebloom, I'm pretty sure. I can see she had a lot of spikes before, so I will check to see for new ones. The moss is green and luscious, as I said. She really loves this setup. For now I don't really see any roots starting to rot, and that is okay because the medium is very airy, and she seems to love it, and that is how I was actually suspecting her to react. So okay guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I really love the display I have this year. I am amazed by it. to have so many blooms. And I actually have one more orchid which has a few blooms. It is this Dendrobium nobile Spring Dream Apollon. He doesn't have a lot of blooms, but this is because last year he had root rot, and basically all the roots rotted and they died. So this year he is recovering. This is why you are seeing so many cakeys, but I will put this in a pot and I will sell them because they already have good roots. So I will sell them when they will be, let's say, more mature. But this is amazing. I have a lot of new growths at the base. I'm planning actually to cut these canes from the back, which don't really look all that good, but I will leave little stumps like that to because I don't want to snap the rhizome and really divide it. And he has a lot of roots now. So I'm pretty happy for that. Okay, now I will end this video. As I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching and see you all next time. Bye!